Today I want to share with you a trade that I actually previously took on BTC USD. Now I'm going to show you how I actually took this trade with Bitcoin using the approach that I teach inside the Forex Masterclass, which is with supply and demand. It's a very simple technique and it's going to help you to master the markets if you are struggling. And before we go through this actual trade, let me go over to the private Discord community where I actually posted this setup before taking the entry, so you can see how we look at these types of trades inside that private community. So you'll be able to see we're inside the private community, and on the 4th of April I actually posted the first chart of a 4-hour time frame where I was starting to see price showing me that reversal and shift in the market. I also went through and went into the 30-minute time frame where I shared this is the supply zone where I'm actually looking for price to pull back into to look for a sell. I actually do go through and I mention it at this area. Now afterwards, you can see where price actually finally pushes into that supply zone where I capture my entry going through on my MT4 platform where I actually take my trades. You can see I've entered the trade at that zone, my first and my second profit targets. And then obviously you can see that they are hit on both of those targets. So if you're looking for a way to improve your trading, the Forex Masterclass, not only does it teach you the supply and demand concepts that I trade with, but also that smart money concepts. And you'll get access to the private Discord community. So let's go through this trade and exactly why and how I took this trade. Now the most important thing you need to understand when we're looking to take a trade is you need to do your top-down analysis. Now this all started for me from the daily time frame. Let's go back to the daily time frame. And this area of supply is an area of supply where we see a nice drop to downside. Now we left some area of imbalance behind, and you'll learn more on imbalances inside that course. And we also have right here what I call a tested zone as well. So it's a tested zone, and price needs to go to a certain area for me to take an entry. Now that does happen over here. But before this, we have this double high created. And we're going to see price want to take these highs, take any stops, but it's sitting above these highs. And that actually shows me that price will want to go into this area of supply as well. Yes, it can be a waiting game, but when you're waiting for those setups and you capture those setups, this is when it's going to be good for your risk to reward. So finally we can see the market does push in. So I'm going to mark off where price pushes in here, going down to a 4-hour time frame. And I've marked off this previous higher low in the market. And it's right here we see this bearish candle wicking through, and that shows me a potential shift in the market. We have this nice bearish move to downside. We have the last bullish candle before the move to downside, and we left over some imbalance. So I was always expecting price to want to come back to this area for a good sell. So once we have that on the chart, you identified from a higher time frame perspective, we're looking for a reversal in the market. This is how we trade reversals with the use of supply and demand. We have the break of a previous structure. I'm looking for a pullback. And then I went to a 30-minute time frame where I've actually gone down to fine tune my entry. So going back on a 30-minute time frame, this is that 4-hour area of supply. We can see the market actually pushes up into that area. We have a reaction and we drop away. But price then comes back once again to remove this high, removes any stops sitting above this high, and we create a nice bearish drop. Now look at the difference between this move to downside here compared to this move here. Look at how price is very choppy at this area compared to this nice movement away. You could say the same for this movement here to downside. And if we refine this area of supply, you can see that this was a good zone of supply to take a sell from. So once you understand these movements in the market, where you're looking for a trade, it's going to help you with not just your risk to reward, but your emotions and not taking the wrong entries. So once we see this drop through, again, you can see the market right here, breaks structure and leaves this new area of supply. So if you've missed this entry, which this was your first entry of this 30-minute era of supply. Again, we left an era of imbalance, and it's a strong move away from price. We have the same thing again. We have a nice strong move down. We have a small area of imbalance left over. If you've missed this first sell, you have an opportunity to take this second entry. So there's two sells that could have been caught here. This is after we see this first break of this structure here in the market. This is where I've actually posted my chart. Now again, what we saw on that daily time frame, we're seeing the same thing now on a 30-minute. We create these two highs in the market. We don't actually go inside this era of supply. So we're expecting price to once again want to push through these highs. And this is actually a pattern in the market that you see over and over again. And then that's going to give us our entry at this area of supply. Exactly what I just showed you at the beginning of this video where I caught my trade. So there's my entry and there's my stop loss. First target is going to be the previous lows. And my second target is the next lows in the market. So I'll just share with you taking this trade. There's your entry, there's your stop loss. And the first profit target is this area. Now you can see this is just over 3.54. So we've got over 3-to-1 risk to reward on that first position. And the second position, you can see we hit over a 5-to-1 risk to reward. So if you're looking at a single trade, if you was to have two trades here, you've got two good trades, good risk to reward. Now that's where it all comes into understanding and reading the flow of price, understanding the momentum move away, giving you that good zone of supply and demand. You do not want to be looking at trading in this type of market where we're seeing a choppy sideways market. You want to be taking your trades on these momentum moves. Now I really do hope that this video is going to give you some insight exactly what I do when I'm trading in the markets. Also, if you was thinking about joining up to that Forex Masterclass, you can see that those trades are posted before time. You can also get the Masterclass course right now where the education will help you to learn and trade the markets. So you can actually get the course right now on a cheap monthly plan. So there's no excuse for you to start learning and to actually find and see those results in your own trading from today. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me your thumbs up because that is going to help me to know if you want to see more content like this, going through a breakdown of a trade, how I've caught that trade and why I took it. And of course, leave any comments below if there's any questions you have on today's video. But popping up right now is a video that's going to help you understand the change of character with the use of a line chart. Now that is something that I haven't gone through in this video at all. And this is something that you can apply at these areas of supply, which is a change of character, looking to take an entry on a 5-minute or 15-minute chart and looking for much higher risk to reward.